The City of Cape Town recently launched its Transport Authority, which plans to integrate the city's public transport network so that commuters of the future will be able to transfer seamlessly between different modes of transport. Let's take a look. It's 9 a.m, the start of a working day in Cape Town, as commuters living in outlying CARLISLE arrive at Cape Town Central Station after an hour of travel. Many, though, still need to take additional transport, frequently taxis, to reach their workplace. The city's newly established Transport Authority will aim to make the commuting journey simpler.
Well, the Transport Authority is the city's entity to manage and coordinate public transport so that we can put in place an integrated public transport system and network and finally phase out this fragmented public transport service that doesn't really work for the commuter.
At present, peripheral settlements, which traditionally house lower income communities, bear the brunt of poor transport planning. Earlier this year, Deputy Minister of Public Works, Jeremy Cronin, said that households earning less than 500 Rand a month spend 35% of their income on transport.
It's also going to add tremendously to economic growth, because transport is key to moving people around the city, but also to build a more inclusive city, to build a more caring city, because we've been divided over the years because of the apartheid spatial planning. And with the transport system now, we'll be able, in a more quicker way, to begin to connect Cape Townians together via a transport system.
One of the key challenges identified in the Cape Town public transport system and many other South African cities is that different modes of transport operate independently of each other.
The starting point, I think, is that we have one public transport network, and that means regardless of mode and operator. The network includes rail lines, includes bus routes, includes roads that taxis travel on, and if we start to see the network as one network operated by different modes and operators, we can start to focus on how the commuter moves across that network in a sensible, seamless fashion, and that's what we mean by integrated public transport service.
A key goal of the Transport Authority is to establish transport nodes within 500 meters of every home. They also aim to improve coordination between national, provincial and local spheres of government by identifying and clearly stipulating their respective roles, with greater responsibility being given to local municipalities.
We have devolved some of the responsibilities, budgetary responsibilities, direct to the province and direct to the City of Cape Town, for them to carry out functions that we as the national department believe are best carried out at this level.
On a national level, the Transport Authority aims to ensure that metro public transport is better incorporated with Transnet and PRASA, as trains are integral in linking peripheral communities into economic hubs.
The rail infrastructure should be the backbone of our public transport system and our freight transport system. Currently, it serves a select freight market relatively well, our bulk commodities, iron ore. But it does not really serve the commuter particularly well.
About 35% of our commuter lines here in our effective commuter area are in fact Transnet lines. And on those lines, freight gets preference, they're not really interested in our problems, etc., etc. Now that's kind of crazy. I mean, Transnet is as much a part of this economy as Cape Town is.
Cape Town's Transport Authority begins life with a series of significant challenges, including a number of detached transport modes, a fragmented rail system and a lack of coordination between government levels. However, if successful, the integrated model could be replicated across other cities and go some way towards solving the country's mobility inefficiencies.